Hey guys, this is Sagevalentine, and this is my review of The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 5, entitled Chupacabra. Say hello to injured Daryl. Yeah, this is how Daryl looked after he fell down that hill. My poor baby. Anyway, this is when I really love Daryl after all of this. So the 5 things that blew me away about this episode are in no particular order. Number 1, I do believe that Shane is the father of Lori's baby. I know that in the rest of this season, or should I say during the rest of this season, the writers try to allude to the fact that Rick could possibly be the father of the child, but I mean, Lori had more alone time with Shane, so it's more likely that Shane is the father of little Sophia. And what blew me away is the way that the writers had Lori dream about that particular time when she was stuck on the road with the Peltiers and Shane and Carl and all these other people, and there were helicopters flying overhead, and the military was bombing downtown Atlanta, and Lori turned to Shane for comfort, and that was their first scene of intimacy. And if that's not a red flag, I don't know what is. Number 2, how Shane is making a crap load of sense. And unfortunately, Rick's decisions during this particular part of the season, or in fact during this entire season, affect everything that happens in the next couple seasons, unfortunately. And you'll see that as I finish doing my reviews. When Shane is just like, he no longer wants to look for Sophia. I mean, it seems like at this point Sophia's dead, or she's hiding, or she's somewhere where they can't find her because they've combed the area time and time again. They comb it so much that Rick and Shane are going over the areas where T-Dog and Andrea went. But Rick feels like he owes Sophia something because he told Sophia that he would protect her, and he told her to stay where she was supposed to stay, and she didn't listen. So I mean, he can't blame himself that much for it. But Shane also says to I believe he says to Rick that Sophia only matters to the degree that she doesn't drag us down. Now, I interpreted that particular quote as, we can look for Sophia now, but eventually we gotta go. We gotta keep moving because we can't stay here forever. And he turns out to be right about that. But at this point, Rick has to save everybody. Rick has to be Captain Saver. You finish the sentence. So the third thing that blew me away about this particular episode was Daryl's hallucination. And how that hallucination is a manifestation of his subconscious, because he just starts hallucinating because he's losing a crap load of blood. It's hot out there. I think he hit his head. He's just out of there, and his subconscious manifests into Merle because he feels so bad about them leaving Merle behind, which, I mean, you could interpret it as them leaving him behind, but I mean, he kind of deserved it, unfortunately. But Merle is telling Daryl everything that Daryl's thinking in the back of his mind, from him, from everybody looking at him as redneck trash, people laughing at him behind his back. These people aren't your family. Why are you with them? You should have killed Rick already. All you are is Rick's patsy. Nobody's going to care about you except me, which turns out to be a lie. And Daryl realizes that he's hallucinating, or that none of this is real. He feels like Merle kicking his boots, and as the smoke clears, he sees that it's a walker. He fights the walker, he kills the walker. He rips that arrow out of his side and uses the arrow to shoot this African American walker through his head. And that was the funny scene when the arrow went through him and his head was right down. It was too funny. And Merle continues to antagonize Daryl as he climbs up the mountain, but it's because of because of that manifestation that Daryl is able to overcome his obstacle, and he's able to climb up that mountain and get himself to safety, and he realizes that he is no longer that person that he was with Merle, that he is starting to change, and I think it's scaring him, which is also why Merle pops up, because I guess Merle's the voice of reason. Also, on a side note, this is when I realized that actor Michael Rooker was going to come back, because I kept saying Merle's not dead. I know he's not dead. And people online were like, yeah, he's dead. I said, Merle's not dead. You can't kill that guy that easily. Like, he is not. Number 4. Take that gun away from Andrea, because she nearly killed poor Daryl. I know Daryl looked really bad. I mean, he was bloody, but if she had given him maybe 2 more feet to come into her view through that whole, like, spy scope thingy on that rifle, she wouldn't have made the mistake and nearly killed him. And the guys told her, do not fire, and she still did it. So now I can put, well, after watching this, I put my whole, this is crazy, this is unfair, why do the guys have a gun and she doesn't have a gun, to the side? Because she can't be trusted with guns. And the 5th thing that blew me away about this episode was we finally learn why Herschel wants the group off of his land. And the reason is that he has walkers housed in a daggone barn. Yes, I said daggone, because this is the truth. In a barn. Locked up. And the person who learns this is poor Glenn, because he's trying to find a creative place to go and make whoopee with Maggie again. Because he wrote her a note, because it was really cute how they were passing notes during dinner. And like Dale and Herschel were looking like, what are you two doing? I was cracking up. And poor Glenn learns this by himself, because he tries to get into the barn, and he tries the door, and the door is locked, so he climbs up the thing, he gets to the 2nd level, he's looking down, and all you see are walkers. Just walking around inside, stinking up to God and whatever, but just smelling bad. This episode was crazy. And I started side-eyeing Herschel about this, but I side-eye him even more as my reviews go on, and I will get to it. So when I get to episode 7, yeah, that might be a bit of a long one. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm so glad that you all come back here and you watch all my reviews. Don't forget to subscribe to my brand of crazy. Also, rate this video and leave your comments and questions about anything at all. And if that's regarding The Walking Dead and any other reviews. And if you want me to review anything else, I'm game. And Injured Daryl says bye-bye. I say bye-bye. Don't forget to, if you ever want to chat, check me out. I'm at sagevalentine on Twitter and Google+. So until my next reviews, Big Brother, Under the Dome, Another Walking Dead, and the following. I love you all. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye.